Once again, I come to you from the abyss of the liminal spaces, coordinates unknown. No, for real though, I just wanted to come on here tonight. Well, today, right? I could be all fluffy, I could be all spiritual, like the way spirituality is today. But I'm just gonna be real. I think I might be on one today. I'm just gonna be real, okay? This world, man, this world, okay, brothers and sisters, continually tries not to rage bait us per se, but to bait us into investing into it, like to believing in it. And the more we believe in it, right, the more invested we become, the more entrenched in Maya. Excuse me. I just got done working out. I had to get a protein shake in. The more entrenched in Maya we become, the more the veil is over our eyes. Okay, so it's almost like you can have the world, but you can't have your own mind. You can't understand who you are. Or you can understand who you are, but you're not going to have the world as you would have had it before, right? You can still have it. Obviously, you can still be successful. You still, you know, be in the relationship, have the cars, I mean, whatever. But the point being is that you do that from a place of fulfillment. You don't do that from a place of scarcity. You don't do that from a place of lack. You don't do that for a need to prove yourself, or you have to have this in order to be happy. I'm not even going to talk about happiness in this video because that's fickle, right? That's like a whole different issue. And a lot of people, I think, get bogged down in the constant need to be happy, which in turn just makes them unhappy. Honestly, I think our natural state isn't happiness, more so just contentment. Like you're just existing. You ever see a dog just like just chilling, like a cat just chilling? They don't look happy, but they don't look. They're definitely not sad. They're kind of just there, you know. They're just like yeah, kind of vibing, existing. Might eat later, take a nap. I mean, that's like I think that's our default state, in my humble opinion, right? Take that with a grain of salt, but nonetheless, the more we place value and our own inner value on these external things, the more it takes us away from ourselves, man. It really genuinely does, and it's painful because sometimes you have to get hit with a real reminder of like, man, I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I don't even know what this is. I don't know who I'm doing this for, but it's definitely not myself. I don't know what I thought that this was going to give me, but I was wrong because it didn't give me. I didn't get it. What you thought it was going to give you, you already had, though. You just didn't realize it. I thought I needed to do all this stuff, constantly striving, grinding, improving. Just work harder, bro. Sigma grind set, bro. Oh man, But I mean, I can laugh about it now, but for real, if you do that from a place of anything but fulfillment and self knowledge, it's just gonna make you miserable over the long run. Like you'll be accomplished on paper. You will achieve things. I'm not gonna sit here and say you won't. You will. They just will not fulfill you in any way, shape, or form because they weren't meant to fulfill you. And all these attachments, all these entrenchments in Maya, they're not real, man. Like I know I keep saying that. I'm not trying to sound edgy. I'm actually genuinely being serious. They are not real. They have no substance to them. There's no weight to them. They're vapors. They're just vapors. And then you actually see that. Like, you actually see it. You almost see it from a third person point of view because you see yourself in it. And you're like, what am I even doing? I'm forcing this entire situation. I have contrived it because I thought it was going to give me X. It gave me Y. And now I just need to accept it. Okay, because the whole time I should have been doing Z. Sometimes it's I feel like the more we identify with these attachments, the more frustrated we become. The more it's easy to get to us mentally. You know? Whereas if you're non-attached, detached, right? Open to possibilities, but you don't need these possibilities to define you. Like, if they don't happen, if you don't get them, then it doesn't really say anything about you as a human being. Like, you still know who you are. You still know, you know, I am who I am. Whether I have this thing or whether I don't have this thing. And that is a fundamental victory at the end of the day. Because you can remember that. So, you know what? No. I'm looking at it from lack right now. I'm looking at it like I need this thing to fulfill me, which is desperate. Okay? Which ain't it. Which takes me away from what I'm supposed to do on this earth. Or what God has given me to do on this earth. What I'm supposed to be doing. My own actual purpose. My fulfillment. My truth, right? When we're pursuing that, we're going after that, we're just in flow, basically. We're essentially in a state of flow. And that's not to say we won't have challenges, but it's like the right amount of challenge to skill. And then you overcome it. And then challenge, and then skill, and then you overcome it. Like incrementally. Like incrementally. Is that the Japanese concept of Kaizen? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that might be the Japanese concept of Kaizen. Like incremental improvement. Like just slow and steady, but it adds up. Okay? But it adds up monstrously over a year. It adds up monstrously even over a few months. Even over a few months. It's crazy. You can completely change your whole identity. And people will notice. Even if they don't say anything, you don't need them to say anything. Watch how they act. They will be acting different. Based on your own new identity. But it's not done from a place of requiring attachments. Again, you know, everything has nuances, right? I'm not trying to paint it so black and white, but I am directly claiming coming at this from a standpoint of need will only result in further misery. Okay, that's just the truth. That's straight. I have no incentive to lie. Straight up. That is the truth. There's no incentive. There's no point. There's no purpose in viewing those attachments as requirements for your self worth and your internal value. Because even if you do get them, what happens when you lose them? What happens when choppy waters come? What happens when some stuff goes down? Okay, who actually are you at the end of the day? When you look in the mirror, who are you? Can you say beyond a shadow of a doubt, I know who I am, for better and for worse? I know the person that I am. No matter what happens out there, no matter what happens, I'm going to live the life that I was meant to live. Come what may. And if I do get these things, I will appreciate them. And I will enjoy them. But I don't need these things to dictate who I am as a human being. I never did. I never will. Because again, that's living in the mirror. That's looking at the external to tell you your truth, to tell you who you are in here. No, you know who you are in here. The external just confirms it. The external confirms that you already know. This world of Maya, of phenomena, all these attachments, just confirm what is already within you, within your spirit, within your own soul, okay, within your mind. Think about that. Think about that when you're looking out there. It is a shallow and a meaningless life indeed to live with your eyes just on the outside. Be in the world but not of it. You do not want to be of this world. It's not it won't give you anything. It'll just take. It'll just take everything away from you, and then you're just gonna be left wondering, where am I? Who am I? You know, how did I get so lost along the way? Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say that it's been rolling around in my brain, and I struggled with that for a long time. Attachments. I thought I thought I needed them to you know validate. I thought I needed their validation, and that was because of my lack of my own validation. Really, my lack of my own understanding of who I was and who the Most High made me to be. And when you understand that, you're never going to see those attachments the same way again. You can still have them, right? But they're not really going to have a hold on you because they've lost it. You're not the kind of person that would have a hold over anymore. You come at it from a perspective of self knowledge and understanding, an actual insight, net value from yourself. That's when, ironically, man, sometimes I think God's a comedian or something. This is this universe. I guess it gets a little wonky sometimes, but ironically, when you do that, then the things that you thought you wanted, thought you needed, they'll be coming at you hard. They'll be coming at you harder. You're just this is kind of this is almost at first. This is like Twilight Zone weird. I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm low key confused. But again, it's like you flipped the script. So instead of you chasing them, they chase you because you know who you are. And now you act like, and you walk like, and you think like, and you talk like. And that, I believe, that is a life worth living. Despite whatever this outside world thinks or does not think. You can only think what you think anyway. So there's that. Thank you all for watching. God bless each and every one of you. Always remember who it is that you are. And do not look at this outside world for validation. You come at it with your own understanding of your self-worth. And the outside reflects that back to you. God offer size, brothers and sisters. Peace.